Hello, welcome back. Today we're going to tackle the Canyon Pass on the OTR's Tour de Monde Stage 3. This basically, you could even see in the camera, it's just waking up. I'm just waking up because it's 3:30 in the morning. I couldn't sleep and decided to hop on MyWhoosh, see what was happening, and I saw this OTR event. So here we are. Here's the route. There's basically one feature. We can see it sticking right up there in the middle. You got flat, climb, descent, and flat. So that's the route. Obviously, we can see what the big focal point of the route is. So I don't know anyone in this except for Sammy Toomey. I don't know how to say your name. I apologize. I know Sammy. I recognize the one other name in here. I recognize him. Jeer Grown. I'm terrible at names, so I apologize. So these are the two guys I know. I have no idea anyone else's ability. I know Sammy and I are very similar power. So I'm just kind of riding with the front group, not really just trying to warm up, not really trying to do too much work. Do a couple efforts, get the legs moving, but that's it. It's basically just warming up. In the group, obviously, we know what the course is, so we know that the climb is going to be the big focal point. Now, this is one of the most frustrating things to happen. A random just disconnection, and this isn't just a MyWhoosh issue. I've had this happen on Zwift a couple times recently. Don't know if it's the kicker, I have no idea. But it just straight lost all connection. This was at 89 seconds. So 90 seconds at a minute and a half of nothing. And I'm so irritated right now, but I'm already like going. I said, I'm just going to try to catch anyone I can on the climb. The heart rate still didn't pair. And that's just, I don't know why, but it always seems like MyWhoosh, I have to go manually every single time and repair my heart rate. It's kind of frustrating, not that big of a deal, but when you're trying to do something mid-race like this, yeah, it's super frustrating. And I also think it's funny, when I reconnected my Kicker V6, I only use Bluetooth because that's what's accepted for Sunday Race Club. It decided to pair to the direct connect. I've never connected direct connection to MyWhoosh because all the rule books and everything for the verified racing all say use Bluetooth. That's what I've done. So it's funny, it grabbed the direct connection for cadence and trainer control, and then the power is what I clicked on for Bluetooth. So we're on the climb, and this is a big variation between Zwift and MyWhoosh. The climbs, every world has a large climb, some multiple large climbs, and that's something that within Zwift that's a lot of people ask for. Now I know they added the climb portal, but I think that's just lazy, and I'm not a fan of the climb portal. I've done two for Jersey unlocks and one because a friend was climbing it and I didn't know the route we were doing, and we went up the grade. Not the grade, but we went up the climb portal. So yeah, it's literally, I avoid that at all costs because it's terrible. MyWhoosh, they have climbs all over the place. The climbs are pretty challenging because the little mini map up in the corner there, they give you 2 kilometers of preview of what's coming. So that gradient you see, that's the 2 kilometers of climbing. So it's not consistent. It pitches up. I think I even hit up to like 14% on this climb. There's some flat sections too, so you can get a little break. So knowing I'm dropped, I have no idea how far people are in front of me because I still kind of learn how to judge the map on the right, the distance, how far that is. And we're on the climb too, so it is a little misleading because, you know, these guys might be right in front of me, but it may take me 10 seconds to get there because of the gradient. So I'm just doing what I am comfortable with. I'm not trying to like super overextend because I know this is a long climb. I've done this a couple times, once in SRC. However, I think it was the opposite side, and then once or twice just on the completing the routes for MyWhoosh. So I'm not like I don't know this by the back of my hand. However, I am semi-familiar with the layout of the climb, and I know it's very uneven, very undulating. For me personally, as a rider, my gradients are pretty much steady. Like, you got some small variations in them, but nothing like this at all. You never go from 12-13% to 2 and then back to 10. They're much different. So for my style of riding that I'm so used to locally, they're all steady gradients. And my whoosh climbs, when I'm racing and trying to find a rhythm, man, it's very difficult to find that. But hey, it's all part of the game. And maybe in other parts of the world, this is actually how the climbs are. I haven't been outside too many other places outside the state of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. So just locally here, what I have available, they are much different. So now I've caught up to basically the guys that are going to be, very similar power to me, this Nicholas and Daniel. So I'm just focused on catching Daniel. And every time I came to someone, I'm going to catch that guy. I'm going to catch that guy. I'm going to get that guy. And there were a few women here. This was mixed, women and men. Mina had a ponytail as I was coming up, so I assume it's a female. But it's kind of nice that everyone with the Tour de Monde, it starts together, because you can always find someone to ride with. If you do get dropped or if you're looking for a wheel. We're coming up here to close to the top. I'm feeling pretty good overall. So my thought process is recover on the downhill. And I know I still have a chunk, probably 15 kilometers of flat or so, maybe a little less, maybe 10 of flat to catch whoever's in front. And I haven't seen Sammy yet, so I know Sammy's still in front of me, and that Mr. Groan. So here I did 350 at like 17-18 minutes for that climb. Obviously you can see where intervals has the highlighted sections. Those were more consistent power in chunks. So I didn't, and this must be something that OTR had designed within this, but there was I didn't even see a segment. There was no banners signifying that climb. So they must not be putting any emphasis on that. Which I was kind of see where I stood up, because I knew I climbed it pretty well, and I was wondering how much faster I climbed it. So in my whoosh, when you're descending, keeping power down, especially on like the flatter areas, is a good way to make up ground. I've seen in Sunday Race Club to where if someone's just coasting, you get gaps pretty quickly. I haven't done much testing like outside of Sunday Race Club or actually events, but it always seems like if I'm not pedaling or someone behind me takes a break, I can really get a gap going downhill. So my full goal is to keep pushing downhill now. So you can see there's a group. We got Rolf, Gier, and Sammy. They're all together and they're 30 seconds up. So in my mind right now, I'm thinking, man, this is a big task to catch, 30 seconds essentially. And as we get down here in our flat, it's down to 25, but still, there's 3 guys working together. So my whole thought process right now is just try to hold as close to my FTP threshold area. So it's 320 to 340. That's kind of what I'm trying to hold. Now, I did a lot of effort on the climb, so my confidence in that's pretty low, but I'm going to try. And I am making up ground. You can see just slowly, drop a couple seconds here. So that's motivation for me right now. Keep pushing, keep working, and I'm really just trying to not go super deep, just stay within my limit, but try to keep around that threshold area. And we're making some progress. I see Rolf, it looks like he's fallen off, so now my target is Rolf, just to try to, and if I'm pronouncing the name wrong, I apologize. You guys can correct me in the comments or stop by one of the stream or the show. But yes, it's pronunciation is not my strong suit. However, I am still making ground now, and I know as soon as Sammy and Gier start working together, unless they are totally fried, but I'm not I'm running out of distance here. I got 10K to go. I still have 30 seconds. So can't give up. I still got to keep pushing. Even though I have a good gap on the people behind me, I'm not too worried about them. I'm just trying to catch the guys in front of me. And Rolf is definitely my target at this point because he's slowly coming back, whereas Sammy and Gier start working together. They are starting to push these little bumps that we're coming across, and then they are actually taking turns. At least that's what it seems like in the race. Now I'm kind of on my limit, so I'm not full focused on them. I just keep glancing up every few seconds, 10-15 seconds or so, to see if any ground's being made, and they are actually going away from me, and I'm catching Rolf. So the whole focus is just trying to keep steady. Now my power is dropping a little bit, just ever so low, 5, 6, 7 watts, and right there, this is where I'm starting to get pretty tired. But we still have a goal, and I think Rolf is kind of doing the same thing. It's just trying to watch my watts per kilogram and stay above them. And that's a lot of racing. You don't have to go 5 watts per kilogram the whole race. Say if your FTP is right around 4 to 4.2, you don't have to go super deep 5.0 for the whole race. If you go 5.0 for your attack for 3-4 minutes, and then whoever you're attacking lets off the pace a little bit, all you have to do is monitor their pace and stay above them. And that's what I'm trying to do with Rolf, just stay above his watts per kilogram. But the climb is taking it out of me, and then holding the threshold here. So at about this point, I'm almost like, all right, I'm just gonna ride to the finish, but not totally bag it in, because I'm not going to catch Rolf. He's very similar power to me, and he still has a lot left. As you can see, he's still holding over 4.0, where I basically just packed it in and going to hit some tempo in zone 2 here to the finish. And the racing on MyWhoosh, I do majority of Sunday Race Club, so I think it's pretty quality. I think the people there are very excellent. Obviously, MyWhoosh, everyone there has this basically singular purpose of getting in the top spots to score some prize money. But when I jump in these community races, I have no idea what I'm getting. Sometimes there's 2 people, sometimes there's none, sometimes there's 10. I've had 30 with the random races. I've had the best success with finding people in a branded, whether it's OTR or some of the other community organizers, because I think people recognize, oh hey, this is going to have people, someone's going to show up for this. So I think that's why those community branded races at this moment are definitely getting people to come to, because it's just that mental recognition of, oh hey, here they've put this on, I'm going to have XYZ people here. And sometimes just with the MyWhoosh branded events, you don't know what you're getting. I've had 30 some, I've had 2, and I've had none. And that's the one drawback to MyWhoosh, is it's the overall community. It's there. It's just, for me in the America time zones, sometimes it's a little slim in the evening times. Now granted, through the day you can always find someone in these races, but here we go, coming up to the finish. Pretty good course. That complete dropout where my trainer just, it even, I don't know, it's done it on Zwift as well a couple times. I've not sure what happened there, but overall, considering that, still finishing 5th. I'm sorry, 6th. No, you can't complain about that. Great climb, good effort, and I'm pretty tired at this point. So I really do enjoy MyWhoosh. The racing is good. The worlds are excellent looking. Like, the details and the visuals are phenomenal. There's still some things that need to improve, but I tell you what, from about 14 months ago, my first ride on MyWhoosh, to now, it's almost a complete different platform. It's very good, whole lot of improvement. Super happy with it, and definitely going to continue riding it, especially with Sunday Race Club. That's obviously the big draw. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. A little frustrating on my end because I just wanted to ride my bike, get a good race in, and it happens. Not mechanicals in this, but technical issues, nothing you can do. All right, I appreciate it. You guys take it easy. We'll see you later.